Anyway, it was a horror story. The worst, probably worst thing ever. It took about 3.5 to 4 years for that to heal.
What?
Yeah, I love beauty. It's just that I've got a passion for this, and I believe that I can make women more confident about hair removal, because there are waxing estheticians that really know what they're doing, and you will never have a problem. Sugaring, I never ever thought I would go from a VIP air hostess. And coming to this, I would never ever think.
Okay, so Joss Candyfloss Boutique. I've been looking forward to getting into studio. So first question, what is your why? How did you start with Candyfloss Boutique?
Okay, so I used to be a Emirates hostess.
Okay.
And when we had our off days, we were always very tired. So we had to spend time at the pool because there it's so hot. So you can't really do anything else besides be in the aircon or be upstairs in the pool, because generally the water in the pool was cooled.
Right.
So it wasn't like you're in a bathtub, so you were in the pool cold and with the hot sun. So obviously we used to spend a lot of time doing that, and sometimes we got like 5 days off. So we'd spend like 5 days at the pool in the course of the morning.
Horrible.
Yeah. So the one day I was there with my friend, and she said, Joss, I noticed that you've got some razor burn on your bikini line. So have you tried waxing before? So I said, no, I've never been waxed in my life before. I only just shave like now and again. And I've never had any problems or anything. But obviously you get not like ingrowns or sores or anything, but just like the redness of the follicle.
Okay,
so just like
from waxing?
No, from shaving.
Okay. So this is new. I'm learning as we go.
No problem. So I said to her, well, where do you go? So she said, no, you can go downstairs. There's a really nice lady and she's really good at what she does. So I was like, okay, well, let me go try it out. And I booked my treatment with her. And
for a wax?
Yeah, for a wax.
Okay. So
I went downstairs. Everything was fine. The treatment was amazing. I never had any problems.
Okay.
And then it was time for the follow-up appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got there, I just walked in and I said, I just wanted to find out if there's an appointment available for me for my second wax. Can I please see the lady that I saw last time? Mm-hmm. So they said to me, no, sorry, she's gone to another salon. She left. So I mustn't worry. There's another lady that can help me. Mm-hmm. But because I was naive about the fact that waxing could go wrong, I was like, okay, well, next person then, and let's see what she can do.
Okay.
Anyway, it was a horror story, probably worst thing ever. So there's about 7 layers of skin. Right. So when you get folliculitis, it's generally within that 48-hour window period of your pores being susceptible and open.
Okay.
Because basically what happens when they do the wax, some of their hairs do come out properly, but most of them don't. So the follicles that are open with the hair completely out become basically vulnerable to any bacteria or anything that can go inside.
Okay.
So that pore is like right at the bottom of the 7 layers, right?
All right.
So when that bacteria got in, it sunk into the bottom there, and then over time, obviously over a few days, your skin starts going back to...
right.
Yeah, so
and
the bacteria was stuck...
sitting underneath.
Yeah, in the pore. So it took about 3.5 to 4 years for that to heal.
What?
Yeah. And the lady, I don't know if she reused the wax. I don't know if she didn't wash her hands. I can't remember if she was wearing any gloves. But with wax as well, look, not to badmouth the waxing industry, because there are waxing estheticians that really know what they're doing, and you will never have a problem.
I think as a customer, it's difficult knowing, like, who is that? Who is really good?
Exactly.
And not without having to go and actually undergo a treatment.
Yes, that's the problem. So that's the touch and go that you have to go through. So that's why I came in and said, I don't want the touch and go. I want the no compromise treatment.
Right.
Where the lady comes in and is like, if I do this, it's going to be fine.
Right. And you had a bad experience, basically, unfortunately, with waxing.
Yes. So it was obviously a self-confidence issue, because now you couldn't go to the pool and wear your bikinis. You just don't feel like a woman, I mean, society's put a lot of pressure on us as women. So, you just don't feel good about yourself. So for a long time, it even became a problem, like intimately and stuff, because you feel shy
It's
and
like always worried about that one
yeah,
thing, even though it's not being
embarrassed.
seen.
Yeah, even though it's not even
You,
your fault and it's not like
yeah,
you've got a sickness, but
yeah, you sitting with it.
yeah, you're the one having the problem.
Right.
So
Okay.
I don't know what she did. She didn't give me an aftercare to say, you can't do this, you can't do that. And with me, that's like a strict thing. Once the
Right.
ladies
Yeah.
leave, I like drill it into them before they leave, because you have to be so careful.
So sorry, a quick one. I've actually noticed on your reviews, one of the categories there, the highest categories, is aftercare.
Yeah,
So it's
because
like professional aftercare,
yes,
welcoming. Yeah.
we have to
Cool.
I have to lay that down, because every time I
Yeah.
get new clients in the salon, the first thing I say to them is, do you know about aftercare? And then they look at me like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm just doing this and then I
I've
carry
been
on going.
waxing for 3-4 years and nobody's ever given me an aftercare. And I'm like, well, maybe that's why you're here, and
Yeah.
you want to switch from waxing to sugaring, because had you followed the aftercare, maybe the side effects wouldn't be so bad. So with the wax, there is still side effects, whether you have an aftercare or not, that people don't realize.
Okay.
So that's obviously every time you go, the wax actually burns into maybe the second layer of the skin, second to third. So over time of doing that to your skin, you're basically damaging the skin, and then you get pigmented skin. So
Okay.
then women have got a problem with that now, because now they don't want to go to the pool because this
Right,
section
because
of
you
their
have
nunu
now.
is darker than the other section, and this
Right,
part of
yeah.
their leg is, I mean, it happens a lot, obviously, on the feminine areas, and then obviously the underarms, because the skin is different. So then you've got to now worry about that too. So I've opened the business so that I don't have people having to go through the same thing I have. Yeah, also to educate them about the other hair removal techniques, as
Right.
opposed to, well, I'd say I'm opposed to those techniques because of what I know with the sweetness of the sugaring and the benefits that it has.
Right.
So it wasn't just because of the sugaring. I never ever thought I would go from a VIP air hostess, because after I was with Emirates, I went into the owner of Haagen-Dazs ice cream on his jet.
Okay.
And then after that, I went to one of the princes of Saudi. And then coming to this, I would never ever think, because I've got no beauty background at all.
Right.
So it's not that I love beauty, it's just that I've got a passion for this, and I believe that I can make women more confident about hair removal.
So I think that's also testament to what you went through. So that's very nice. What's coming through to me is that you don't want people to go through what you went through. So
Yes,
that must have
yes.
been a bit of a
Yeah, it
traumatic
wasn't
ordeal.
lacquer.
And the other thing is, cause what I'm thinking is you did that practically, and it was the experience was good. You thought coming back over here, started looking around, and you found nothing. And then so it's like, why don't we have this? And I have this thing as well with myself. If there's nothing available, then I create it.
Yes, exactly.
For myself.
Yes.
Sorry, it might seem selfish,
No,
but I'll
but you
do it
have
for
to.
myself
Yeah, you
because
have
it's
to.
part of my lifestyle now. I want to start doing this. And then obviously you want to just show other people, say, hey, listen, there's actually a better way.
Yeah.
And then so you start creating something for other like-minded people. How did you get into sugaring? How did you discover this?
So for the longest time, I just tried like methods at home to try and sort it out, and it just didn't work. If anything, the pause just felt like it was a never-ending story of just infection the whole time. No sooner it was getting better, it just got worse again, and I wasn't doing any hair removal.
Okay.
So in the meantime,
Which just perpetuated the feeling that you had.
Yeah, and then in the meantime, I just kept on looking, what are the alternative methods? And then I think we were in Santa Barbara at the time, and then for some reason I looked there, because America's they're so much more advanced than what we are.
Yeah, Santa Barbara is just outside of LA, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
it is in California. So then I Googled, and there was a place that popped up and it said sugar. And I was like, what the heck is this? Yeah. So I opened it up, and then that lady's website explained everything. And she had also little clips and everything, explaining what it is and what it's about and the benefits. And then I booked the appointment online. The good thing about her booking system is you put your credit card number in first, so
All
you
right.
can't not rock up for
Okay.
the
And
for
also
the,
your details verified.
yes,
Which is nice, which would keep
which
some
we
other...
can't have here because obviously the
Right.
crime and all of that. But that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
one good thing I did like about her website is,
Okay.
you know, you could put your credit card details in knowing you're not going to get scammed. And then
Right.
if you don't rock up for an appointment, then that money just comes off of the credit card. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
I wish we could
Okay.
have that over here because you do have a lot of clients that aren't very
Yeah.
punctual.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But
Yeah.
but I'll chat to you about something that we're actually working on at the moment. Yeah. But there is a solution to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. So what is sugaring?
Okay, so this is what
yes.
it's like.
Okay.
So when you get trained, the first day or so, look, I was only trained for 3 days, but I only learned after like a year and a half to 2 years how to actually troubleshoot this stuff.
Okay.
So when you go onto YouTube, you're like, oh, it looks so easy.
Yeah.
But then when you actually try and do it, it's very difficult. So it's made of lemon juice, sugar, and water, and there's no synthetic stuff in here, no chemicals,
Oh,
nothing.
great.
So basically it gets cooked on
Can I see that?
on the stove. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
Oh,
got to
wow,
be
yeah.
like a specific temperature.
And I mean, it's non-toxic, right?
No, you can even eat
Should
it.
I do the test?
Yeah, you can. You can even eat it.
Here we go.
And it's very nice, actually. You can taste the lemon juice, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Did you want some? Okay.
Crew.
So,
Afterwards, yeah, just gonna test after.
look, I haven't prepped
Cool.
my arm, but I know I'm doing this because.
Okay, yeah, okay.
okay.
You're gonna do
So if you can help me quickly, Peter, just
Yeah.
spray some of this on my arm here.
Okay,
Like
This
how
one
where
over
the
here?
hair is, yeah.
there we go. Candyfloss skin prep.
You can just
Awesome.
spray some over here. Okay, so that's
Okay.
basically got tea tree essential oil in it. So it
Okay.
kills any bacteria if there is any. Not saying that people are dirty, but you never know.
Okay, so the skin prep spray
Yeah.
has tea tree.
Yeah, and witch hazel and rose water. So witch
Okay.
hazel is like an antiperspirant, so it
Okay.
stops your skin from sweating. Because as soon as the moisture comes from underneath and gets into this, then the sugar can stick.
Ah, right.
So
Okay.
then basically the skin is now cleansed, right?
Okay.
And then we take this one over here,
Right.
and that's
This
just
is-
cornstarch. It's not baby
Okay.
powder. So other hair removal methods use baby powder.
Okay.
And yeah, that's not good for the skin. It's also linked to, they have
But
been,
I've heard a thing about baby powder.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been linked to quite a
actually heard
few
it.
like cancer stories.
Oh,
and
that's
everything.
crazy. Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually read something like that on.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I
that's
don't
crazy.
use anything that's
So
not.
you need a bit of this, or what
yeah,
are we doing?
please.
So how do I
Okay.
just like
Go
that?
for
Eh?
it a little bit more.
So I have never done any of this before. So just excuse like the what the hell is this guy
no
doing?
problem. Okay, there we go. So then
Like-
you just put it over the hair, and then with waxing, they flip the hair out of the follicle the opposite way of what the hair grows, whereas we don't do that.
Okay.
So we pull it out the same way that it grows, so that you're not confusing the hair shaft. So as it's
all right.
growing is you're taking it out.
Okay.
So
That's important, right?
So basically what you do is you apply it into the pore against the direction of hair growth, right? And you mold it in. And this is where it takes a little bit more time than waxing, because waxing, they just put it on with a stick and they pull it off.
But I mean,
quickly.
yeah, but hot and all
Yeah,
of that.
so this, you can feel this is like lower than body temperature.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I felt that. Yeah.
And then you just mold it in, and then you just lift it up
Oh wow.
like this. And then you just mold it again.
All right. She's not even blinking, or she's not going. Ooh,
I've got
So,
a
I
high
mean,
pain threshold.
that should show you.
So then I'm just
yes.
going in and just cleaning the area again, just in case there's some stray hairs.
Right.
So the good thing about it is it also lifts up your dead skin. It doesn't adhere to live skin like wax does.
Okay.
So that's why you normally walk out of a wax, especially if you've gone and had your intimate area done.
Right.
Like for 2 days, you're a little bit like a bit in pain.
That's what happens if you go for a wax.
Yeah, it picks up the live skin.
Okay.
Whereas this picks up only the dead skin. So you'll see the colors changed now.
Yes, right.
So
Okay, because it's got all of that contained
dead skin, yeah. And you can look there and you can feel it.
Yes, you can, eh? Oh, wow. That's really cool.
So it's like
And it's not
very,
red,
very
it's
smooth.
not inflamed?
No. So obviously there is like less than 1% of people that will have a reaction.
Okay.
But it's not a bad reaction. It's called a histamine response.
Okay.
So basically just your body coming to say, you know, what are you doing? Our hair's never been pulled out from that deep.
There, like that.
Like that. So straight away
it's
it
just a
seems
reaction.
like it, but it doesn't happen a lot.
Okay.
So generally when people get it, it's mostly on the face. But then after, if you continue to come for like three treatments, you know, in a line, then it goes away because now your system's like, okay,
all right, so
I know
like
what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So then
Okay,
it
that's
stops.
understandable. That's like almost anything, right?
Yeah.
I was very impressed when you told me that one container does 2 bodies.
Yeah.
2 bodies. I looked the other day on that waxing price list of a spa, and they charge 130 rand for a up to the knee,
That's quite cheap, eh? That's cheap.
and that's only one leg.
Oh, one leg. So
it's 260, and then obviously they're not going to stay there. So the ladies usually, what my wife explained, they go 3/4 up to there. And then she was laughing at me, my wife, because I'm trying to, understand this stuff so that I can at least speak to her. But that is, I think, 200 and something rand, and plus that is 500. And from what I saw on the online shop, that's 600, and you can do 2 full bodies.
Yeah, so the whole kit is like $9.95. The whole kit, and then you get.
And you can do
the serum,
basically your body twice.
Yeah. I mean, you get the spray, the serum.
You can apply all of that. So usually a wax session is like, I think we worked it out, it's like $2 grand, $2.5 grand, somewhere around there, yeah. Wow. And then you're hurting. You walk out there.
And you're in pain, yeah.
Yeah, so, because I asked my wife now also, I said, why don't you wax? She said, no, I'm not in the mood for that pain. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because it can.
And then I showed her this, and she said, like, listen, when am I meeting Josh? And I said,
she can come for a freebie.
Just hold on.
Just to check what it's all about. And plus, the husbands love it as well. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, I'm sure cyclists will be your.
And then, I mean, the other day, one guy smacked my lady on the bum and said, you got any special offers today?
Oh, geez, like, what the hell does he think this is?
So I try to call him back.
Yeah, that's bad, eh? That's...
Do you have like a policy around that, though?
So the girls know. So as pink as I am, I'm a bit rough.
Yeah.
I grew up in a motorbike industry. My grandparents had a motorcycle shop where they sold like super bikes and stuff.
Okay.
And they were all bikers. So we were 2 girls, and my mom was the 3rd girl, and then my grand. And we've got a huge family, and all of them are boys. So we had to be very tough.
Yeah. Where was this?
In Secunda.
Okay. Oh.
Very small town. We were like 2 or 3 English families in the whole town. So I'm also quite tough because the Dutchies were very horrible to us. Yeah, they weren't very nice to us. So the policy, he must hope that I'm not there.
Yeah.
But then he was clever though, eh? So he phoned on a private number. We couldn't pick up on his card like who he was or anything.
Okay, so
he was clever about it.
All right.
But you get messages like even, do you do happy ending? They message
That's crazy,
us, hello, do you do happy ending? And I'm just like, then I start with my Bible verses. Chapter this says that and that. And then they don't even reply. I'm like,
So should we rope that in here? Wait, we do this. So do you do happy endings at your boutique?
No.
Then you say, no, the happy ending is the sugaring experience without the pain. So, Joss, what is this one about?
Okay, so generally, you know, when you go to, for instance, sake, if you go to a commercial pharmacy,
Okay, cool.
I'm not bad mouthing them as a whole, but the things that they sell are for high consumer, you know, there's a
Okay,
lot of
yes.
consumers. So, what are they actually
Fast
putting
moving.
in that stuff in
Okay.
order to get so much of it out without it costing them a lot of money and still getting it sold? You don't actually know.
Okay.
Generally, people go for a wax, for instance, not even for sugaring, because a lot of people, well, most 95% of our country is not aware of what sugaring is. But the
Yes,
people
which is
that,
crazy, right?
yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
I thought this would be everywhere.
Well, it's a good thing for me and a bad thing, but here's to hoping God listens to my prayers. So, if you go to a place like that and you pick up, because okay, I need to moisturize. They don't tell you, okay, what do you need to moisturize with?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
in order to sell so many of those products, they have to put synthetic stuff in the
Yes.
product.
Oh, right. Yes. To
bulk
basically
it
get a
up.
lot more of the
Yes.
target market
Exactly.
as well.
So, they're
okay.
putting synthetic oils in there instead of using like proper oils. And then
Right.
when they are using proper oils, they're using very dense oils
Right,
like
okay.
coconut and avocado, stuff that's not so expensive for them to actually get it out to the consumers because
Okay.
it's bulk again. So my products are all pore friendly. So it's
Okay.
designed for the people that have come for sugaring, that they can go home and have peace of mind that this product's not going to block the pores and cause the hair to go back into the skin.
Oh,
Because
okay.
another cause of ingrown hairs is the aftercare and the stuff that people are putting on top of their skin. So, for instance,
right.
now you've gone and had your hair removed, and now you've got that hole there that's got nothing in the shaft. So
Right.
the hair's been removed.
Yes.
So you're packing your cream
That-
on every day
that goes
for a
in
month,
there.
and it goes and sits in that pore.
Right.
So that's generally when you get an ingrown. I mean, you've probably had one
Yes.
on your beard.
Yeah, it's
Once
like-
you press it out, it's like first like a layer of like thick
Yeah.
stuff, and then the hair comes out. So the stuff that's
right,
on
yeah.
top is not actually like what would they call sebum from a pimple or whatever.
Oh, right,
It's actually
okay.
just debris from all the stuff that
All that stuff.
your body wash, your cream,
It's
your
all those
perfumes,
layers, yeah.
everything that is now going and sitting in there. So what
Okay.
happens to the hair? The hair is just like thinking, well, it's not safe to go out. I've
Oh,
got
right,
no
yeah,
place
okay,
to
yeah, so
go,
stay.
so I'm just going to stay here.
Times 100, times 1,000 hairs, and you have a
And then it just grows
you have a
under the
problem.
skin, and then it causes a problem. So my products are basically created by myself to make sure that through that month that you're away, you've got peace of mind before you come for your sugaring again. Our products won't be the reason why you get any problems with your skin. So I've got this one is a 0.
I love that.
So it's called non-comedogenic. So if you
Okay.
speak to anybody about that, they'll be like, what
does that
What's
mean?
that word? So it's just easier, pore friendly.
Okay.
So when you are doing hair removal, you should be using products between a 0 and a 2. So
Okay.
anything above a 2 is going to block your pores and you're going to have problems. So this is a 0.
Okay.
So I would use this for somebody that's come in with existing problems. I would use this for
Alright.
them in the treatment. And then I would recommend this for them to take home.
Okay.
And then that's a 2. This one over here.
What is that?
So this is one of our best sellers. It's got chamomile, tea tree, rose, and lavender essential oil in it.
Okay.
The tea tree obviously fights the bacteria. The lavender calms the skin, and then the others like help for inflammation, if any.
Okay.
So it basically just keeps everything at bay.
That's good. It sounds like it's very well balanced. Yeah.
So the ladies love this. The other day I was actually at one of the shops, and I was parked there in my pink car, and the clients don't really know me there because I don't see everybody all the time. I'm in and I'm
Right.
out.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, are you the lady that's bringing us our stock that we've been waiting for a while? And I said, I'm sorry, I was waiting for the packaging. And then with the new move of the factory where my husband does the shop fitting and stuff, I haven't had space to actually go in and make the stuff.
So you've moved places.
Yeah, so my husband's...
manufacturing area.
Yeah.
And so now you
I'm a
busy
little
doing
bit...
that.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. But we've taken the shop off of the website for now So
Okay.
we can fix it so that it's more user friendly.
Okay. Do
And
you have an
then-
idea as to when that will be coming back on?
So probably in the next month or so.
Okay, so we're talking about, we're saying end of March, end of April.
Yeah, around
But in the
there.
meantime, can people still contact you?
Yes, yes.
You still have products
Yes.
in surplus and
Yeah.
things like that. So it's basically just a back end thing that you're
Yeah.
going, that you're busy optimizing right
Trying to
now.
sort out,
But
yes.
front shop, you've got
Yeah,
all
so
of that
if,
you can
if,
still continue
if people
with.
still want something, they can send me a message and it won't be longer than a week and they'll have their
Okay.
stuff with them.
All right.
So going back to this,
Cool.
it's just a 2. So this is just for people with normal skin. And I know that it's not going to cause them a problem. Even if they had to have problematic skin, it's not going to do any harm. It
Okay.
is just going to help the skin. But if
Okay.
I'm unsure, like I've had so many ladies come in there with like horror stories, then I'll be like, rather be safe than sorry and give them a 0. Then we know, okay,
Yeah, then you know
that the
it's-
hair's not going to like think twice about coming out.
Right.
So from that, the word go, the hair's like ready to
Yeah.
shoot out.
Yeah. Better
So-
peace of mind and for you
Yeah.
and for the.
So the reason I only brought those 2 is because generally mostly on my side, in my branch, it's mostly like the intimate areas, the underarms and the lips and the brows that I'm doing. I barely, like people come to me for legs, but I got RSI. I don't know if you know, repetitive strain injury.
What is that?
I think the reason why people don't do the sugaring is because of the strain on the hands and the arm. Because when
Okay.
you're flicking, you're not just flicking with your wrist, you're flicking with your whole arm into your shoulder. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So on a good day, you can be really busy and then you go home and you're
And
in
you
pain.
saw from
Yeah.
applying the
Yeah, so
treatments.
applying and then also
Oh,
the
wow.
flicking, yeah. But I also do have a body cream so that people don't have to buy 10 of those to cover their bodies when they're doing like legs and arms and tummy and
Okay.
back. So I've got a body cream that does that. And then we've also got a lot of exfoliation products, like for lazy exfoliators. I mean, I've got some clients that are so good and they haven't skipped a day of exfoliation, and you can actually see it on the day that they come in. And
Okay.
then you've got some that I'm like, but you haven't been exfoliating, because I can see when I lift the sugar off, you can see the dead skin.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because it's like, you know, when you've had a plaster on your
Yes.
for a while and you pull it off, you
that.
see the different colors.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah.
that's exactly what happens.
Okay.
So I've formulated a product for lazy exfoliators that they literally just have to roll it on the area,
Oh.
and it exfoliates and moisturizes for them.
Okay.
And then helps with any existing scars from previous hair removal methods. So I've got that. I've got sugar scrubs that are also pore friendly, so you don't get the blockages of the pores.
Right.
I've got a
Okay.
whipped soap scrub which cleanses, moisturizes, and exfoliates all in one.
Okay.
So it's all just to help the ladies just to love, like feeding
Yeah,
their skin
and
with all the...
less of that those mental anchors, you know, like
Yeah.
oh, I feel like this, I shouldn't wear that.
And the chemicals, Peter. The chemicals
yeah.
are the problem for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I know my wife and family and all of that. I mean, they all look at the chemicals always. That's what they do now. They read the labels, they check everything, they're Googling it all and everything, because, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
people are
I mean, they
being
even...
affected by it a lot more these days.
Yeah, I mean, going slightly off of, well, not slightly, completely off of the conversation now. I saw a post the other day where they were saying we're the only, like, kind that will go and spray our vegetables with pesticide to keep the insects away.
Yeah.
Kills the insects, but
Yeah.
then we eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
No, we
anyway,
were talking
it's a
about
story
it
for
in the
another
last
day.
session, actually. Like we at
For
home,
the
we use
nutritionist
we
lady.
use ladybugs and marigolds and things like that to help deter other insects. You know, so we try and do a natural way like that.
Yeah, because...
It's better pesticides. What? No.
No, I hate that. I hate
Glyphosate. I heard the other day also glyphosate in foods and stuff. I use that on the farm to kill the bush that grows up the fences.
Yeah, you see.
That's crazy stuff.
So this is the only thing I've got in the
Okay.
salon that's chemical.
Okay, and what is that exactly?
So this is just the disinfectant that goes onto the surfaces before and after every client.
Okay. Well, I mean, you need a little bit of...
Yeah,
you
so
need to
there
be
is
able
a
to-
natural one, but I don't know if it's 99% accurate. So
Okay.
I need to do a little bit more research with that so that I can incorporate that into the boutique, because I want to be completely like vegan.
Okay.
I don't like
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
very
that I use
cool. I
this.
mean, you really, it
Trying.
looks like you've been on a serious journey to try and make this. One thing I've noticed, not just me, I'm not special, but you can't guarantee anything anymore in this day and age, which is crazy. And you want to be able to guarantee something,
Yeah,
right? Something
exactly.
that you put your stamp on, that you put your love into. You want to be able to at least give some sort of a guarantee, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
This new thing about we don't know, the data will tell us. Yes, the data will tell us. Yes, we're going to test and measure. But you've got to,
Work for it as
get
well.
some kahunas, put your name on the line, and say, look, I'm saying that I'm going to help you with this. And then be willing to be wrong. And then from there say, okay, if I was wrong, then how are we going to pivot from here? But not just falling back and saying, well, this is, we're in this together. I didn't know this was going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. And
You've got to give some sort of I did this. So in doing this, that means this is the result. Anything else that's an outlier, we're going to learn from it and we'll sort it out. You know what I mean?
It's like you were saying just now about the trust. So that's what my main goal is. People need to be able to trust that I'm not just saying this because I want financial gain. Financial gain, everybody needs financial gain.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
we can't
The
live,
economy
breathe, and
is
eat
unstable
without money, but it's not about money for me. It's about every single person being confident in their skin and knowing that there is something out there that they don't have to worry about. And then also for the ladies that are shy, completely very, very reserved and don't want anybody looking or touching or whatever, there's obviously the at-home sugaring kit.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, so there's a kit as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you're busy with the online shop and all that, but people can still contact you and still get the kits from you. Okay, that's great.
I'm busy getting a little spatula with my logo on from China at the moment. We're just trying to find somebody with a lower MOQ to ship it in, because the one that I found that I really like has got like a 10,000 MOQ. So maybe later on I can,
depending on how you guys click and subscribe and all that.
Yeah, so that's just like a little spatula. It works like a card, and then you don't get your fingers and hands sticky. So that's just going to be a plus point. But for now, you're just going to have to use like an ice cream stick or something.
Okay, if we get 10,000 views, likes, requests, then we could possibly put that order in. There we go. So you know what to do. Okay, cool. I want to get a couple of other things in here that I want to ask you. The one thing is, what are the stages of hair growth?
Okay, so you have the pathogen, the anagen, and the catagen.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a fourth one, but it isn't really spoken of when it comes to like hair removal.
Okay.
And like your follicle and stuff like that. So you could dive in a little bit deeper, but it's not necessarily unless you like a scientist that's looking into something.
Yeah, going really deep into.
So a lot of the times, like people would come for a sugaring session and then they'd say, oh, but there's still some little hairs that you missed. And it's not that you've missed them or that they've broken off. Although it can happen with the waxing, and generally it does. With the sugaring, it doesn't, because of the way that it's applied and it seeps into the follicle, attaches itself to the root. So when you do finish the treatment, sometimes there will be people that have got like little bits of hair that are just underneath the skin, or they've just come through.
Okay.
So then in a week's time, she'll have the ones that were under the skin will come out, and then she'll be like, oh, but this lady, the sugaring person or the person that was doing the treatment didn't do their jobs. But it's not about that at all. Okay. It's just you can't.
It's about the stage of the hair was growing at that time.
So no hair will grow at the same time. That's why before you go for a waxing, talking about waxing now, they do recommend that you stop doing any form of hair removal for like 6 to 8 weeks. Why? Because they actually want all the hairs to be out at the same time, so that you can get more of a smooth finish when you come out. Okay. But with the sugaring, we can get really, really close, like 1/4 of an inch and even shorter.
Okay, so there's a difference between in those terms then, or that scenario between waxing and sugaring, that the hair can actually be shorter.
Yeah, a
in
little bit
different.
shorter, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All
So
right.
but if there is a situation like that, then I've taught the girls that work for us the knowledge behind it so that they don't let their clients go home and look down and go, oh, but she didn't do her job.
Right.
So when ladies are in our treatment rooms, we completely give them the 101 so that they go
Okay.
home and they can't question anything.
Ah, right. Okay.
Because I believe that's how we educate people. So
And I think after that, they could possibly go to your channel or something, see more there. You've got instruction cards and pages. And
yes,
so
yes.
it looks like to me like there's enough for the audio and visual and reading and all those.
Yeah, and also,
different ways
Peter,
that
I'm
people
not
can-
the kind of person that if you send me a message like, what can I do here, that's going to be like, oh, sorry, check the
Yeah,
instructions
go-
I sent you, or
yeah, go and
Google. No,
RTFM.
I'll literally I'll phone you back and I'll
Yeah.
say, what is it that you're struggling with? Send me some pictures so I can see, just to help people as well. Because, when I ask somebody something, I'd like them to treat me the same way. So
Right.
I've always been taught, my mom always said to me, treat others the way you wanted to be treated.
Yeah.
So I try and help wherever I can. I mean, sometimes ladies come in and they have a complete different question related to something else. And if I can help them, I'll
If you
help
can,
them.
then you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's not even just about the sugaring as well. I've been told so many times, I've had ladies also walking out the salon like in tears, like, thank you that we could chat about this. And
Yeah, that's
so-
all. I think I saw something like that on there. Yeah.
So I've also, obviously, I believe that God's put me where I am for ministry as well. Not that I'm like a shining star, but I do have a lot of wisdom when it comes to things like that. So I try and help people with that as well.
Yeah, I believe it. It's stories, It's places that you've been to in your life as well. Everyone has stories.
Yeah, and we can all give each other bits
exactly,
of, gold.
And it's becoming a lot like, we shape one another. This world, the way that the world is now,
Exactly.
we're like really shaping one another. Yeah, we're kind of relying on one another in some way, I think, more again. It's like we lost it at a stage, we got it back. I don't know if it's little areas or if it's globally or whatever. So I noticed, yes, that you are quite patient with questions, because the other day I was like peppering you with questions on a whole lot of stuff because I was trying to understand and whatever. So thank you for that. I mean, I don't know. I think we had like 30 messages to and from and going and all that.
Yeah, and I think I was driving or doing something
Is it?
like
Sorry
that.
about
No,
that.
you don't have to
But
be
I was
sorry.
going down the wormhole.
That's when you were asking about the...
And I found out, yes. No, this is crazy. This is crazy good. So I went to go check on waxing.
That
And
stuff's so sticky.
so this container can do how many full bodies?
Okay, so you must remember now, we're talking about normal growth. So
Right.
on normal growth, you could probably do 2.
Okay.
So if it's somebody that's like got a lot of hair, so
Yeah.
the sugar paste...
Should we name names? I'm joking, we don't have to.
So, I mean, if somebody comes in there, I mean, I had a lady the other day, she's been pregnant, so obviously she can't shave and whatever.
Right, yeah.
And she's not the kind to ask her husband to help her with something like that.
Okay.
So she came in and her hair was like super, super long.
Okay.
So what happens is that the sugar ball can actually get like condensed
Yeah.
and full.
Right, yeah.
Where the hair's
okay.
taken up all the space.
Right.
So that's when you have to now
and then
throw it away.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it starts getting really like a toffee, like a
Yes.
Willard's toffee.
Right,
It gets
yeah.
like the soft one,
Okay.
not the hard one. So you can't actually mold it anymore. Your hand
Okay.
and everything starts like paining because you're basically pushing in the hair and everything to try and then the sugar's not going to do what it's supposed to because the hair is actually
Yeah, so
hindering
you
it
need
from...
you need that efficacy back like
Yeah.
it was.
So
Okay.
you need to chuck that away in the dustbin. You can't reuse
Okay.
it because you can actually see the hair in it. Whereas most waxes and stuff,
Yeah.
The color is like, you can't really
Right.
see where the hair's been. So that's why they'll end up reusing and double dipping is what they call it.
Okay.
So for me, I just chuck the bulk of it in the dustbin, and then the rest just comes off with warm water.
Yeah. So it looks like it goes
A long
a
way.
very long way. I've actually looked at it now, researching, the competitive or competitively the different products and all of that. And I saw, like, it's like a third of the cost of going for a treatment session of waxing, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, so look, I think it is a little bit like, if there's a price difference, it's like 20 Rand. But then if you check the other hair removals, like some areas they're more expensive, some they're a little bit cheaper. So
Right.
I
Oh,
think,
yeah. So there is a bit of, I think depends also on their customers that they're used to and all of
and
that as
also
well.
the rents that they're paying. I mean, let's talk for instance
Yeah.
about Sorbet. I mean, they nationwide, and they're known by most of us. I mean, people don't even search for them anymore because they know every mall's got
Yeah,
a
you just
Sorbet.
go, yeah.
So I think, for them, it's a whole different ball game because they've got, let's say, 10 staff in one shop, because they've
Right.
got a lot of beauty
Yeah.
treatments so they need to put their prices up according
Yeah,
to
so
what
they
they need to cover.
be
Yeah.
scaling all the time
Yeah,
and adapting and all that.
For me, I think the price more comes in with it's labor intensive. It is like, if you've done a full body, you come out the room, you can feel it.
Yeah.
It's not easy. So as I was saying earlier, if you go onto YouTube, it looks pretty easy, but try and do it. It's quite
Yeah.
difficult. Once you get the knack of it, it's okay. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can really cause a problem.
And luckily, that's where you basically help
Yeah, with the at-home kit,
help them through
it's
that.
different
Yeah.
though.
But that's once again testament to your passion in doing this. I mean, many people, if it was just for the money, they would have quit a long time ago, because just this arm of mine, this shoulder,
Yeah, and
that sort of thing. So the thing is,
it's been a long time, Peter. Yeah.
yeah,
It's been a long time. Been trying to grow the business. I mean, if the viewers go and see the old images that are uploaded,
Right.
sometimes I feel like I need to take them down. But my husband said, no, just leave it so people can see like the growth.
yes,
Yeah.
he's very right. And the thing is, you shouldn't. This is like I almost shout this at every person that I invite, right? Is you shouldn't be working in the digital side of your business. You should be working on your business. You shouldn't be stuck doing everything in your business. You don't sweep, you don't wipe down. You do if you need to.
Yeah.
But you are not, that's not your role.
Yeah,
you
I
get a
understand.
person to fill that role, and that person is happy to do that role. And if they want to move on and upgrade their roles, they have that opportunity to do that.
Yes.
And so you have this whole staff complement where everyone knows
Like a
why they're
family.
there, and everyone's doing that, and everyone has a role to play and a job to do. And so you don't have to now sit and study digital. And that's my frustration. That's what I went through, because everyone is 50,000, 100,000. 50,000. I want to do a website 50,000.
Yeah,
How much to do at
ridiculous.
100,000? 100,000. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? So we're very specialized in what? What are you going to do?
Yeah, and especially when you ask
So-
them, can you show me what
Yeah,
you've
and they
done
show you
before?
logos of customers, but maybe they only did piece of a project.
No,
They only
Peter,
did a
they
small
don't
piece.
even. This one guy didn't even. He was just like, oh well, in the end, it's just a test. I mean, testing was like 50 grand. Are you crazy?
Testing 50K. Sound like a stockbroker.
Yeah, there we go.
This is not a plug for any stockbroking platforms. Okay, cool. So I want to go to your reviews.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I
don't
love
think
doing this.
I don't think I've had any bad ones though.
Yeah, you don't have bad reviews. I can confirm that. I always do this. I always go search on Google for whoever, for whatever. I want to see who's putting in the effort and everything. And I love going to reviews. And it's actually real metrics that Google looks at and that people look at as well. So you want to have obviously a good rating. You want to have a good number of reviews. You want to try and get one review every 3 weeks, okay, as a business. That just shows the momentum. And the thing is, you want to look at some categories as well. That's quite interesting over there. But even in times where there is an unfavorable or a negative review, you want to actually see how the owner responded to that review. Because I've seen a lot of the time, it's actually changed it around for me. I've seen how something went wrong in a purchase, and the owner actually got on there and said, listen, we were unaware of this. We didn't know that is how you felt.
Do as well.
We really want to have another opportunity to resolve
To make it
this.
right.
It's like, wow, there you see ethics. Hello, back. Yeah, we are. You know what I mean? Where some of them just say like, you know what you were buying, and there's a tough luck, and it's like, what?
Yeah,
I would never
very arrogant.
deal with that business ever. I'll never, because you never know. It never goes according to plan. It never goes smoothly. Well, it depends what you're doing, what you're buying, and things like that. You know. But anyhow, let me go here quickly. So a week ago, a 5-star review, the best waxer. Okay. Now we understand the terminology and everything still has to go and all of that.
Yes.
So that's fine.
Sugar waxer.
There's a week ago. So we had a week ago. We have a week ago. 3 weeks ago. I like doing it this way because you can see now 3 weeks ago. 5-star review. Best experience at Candyfloss Sugaring Boutique. Joss being so wonderful and keeping a person relaxed. That's really cool. And then you responded there as well, which is very nice. Go check that out if you want to go see that. A month ago, which is nice. You got quite a few there of a month ago. I like this one. 5-star. My daughter has been going to Joss for 2 years now. I can't express enough how wonderful the experience has been. Joss makes her feel so comfortable and is super professional. Sugaring is the best way to go. Her salon is beautiful and exceptionally clean, not to mention absolute gorgeous setting. Won't go anywhere else. So happy. Joss would get 10 stars if I could. How nice is that?
Yeah.
I love reviews like that, man. And
that one was
daughter,
really good.
I can relate. I've got 2 daughters, all of that. I know how they feel and things like that. So that's nice. If they find a place that they feel comfortable and all of that, obviously I'm going to get them to go there.
For sure.
As a rule or more often. 7 months ago is what I love. Joss made me feel so comfortable and at ease with my sugaring experience. It's by far less painful than waxing and gets less painful with each visit. I highly recommend Candyfloss Sugaring Boutique to anyone looking for affordable and comfortable hair removal. That's really great. Now, let's go, because I like doing this. Quite a few reviews here. Very nice. Awesome. You've got a good collection here. 3 years ago, for you that are maybe wondering like, we just did this now before. Not. 3 years ago. First sugaring experience. And I'm hooked. Definitely recommend. There we go. Awesome.
That's trust.
Yeah, there we go, man. Sugaring seems to be a story of rediscovery of a method that was used or practiced in Egypt.
Yeah, so Cleopatra obviously had beauty problems that in those days already.
Even in those days.
Yeah, so I always say to my husband, you men don't know what it's about, okay? It's been coming since forever. You can't just come out in your pajamas and look like you do. And anyway, you guys
all eyes
just
on Cleopatra as well those days, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so obviously they needed to find methods and ways to keep her looking good. And obviously this is what they came up with because they didn't have any other methods in those days.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so it's been coming since a long, long time. But I think, like I was saying to you just now, I think beauticians and stuff have just chucked it away because it's not easy. And then also
I see the barrier to entry or the challenges there.
Yeah.
I could see. But to me, it's again, I think it's something that could maybe, I don't want to say it very lightly, but that could be solved somehow, with more hands on deck, maybe,
Maybe.
There are some very clever ways that people come up with now to solve problems and things like that. And it just, for me, again, I'm that kind of person. I'm seeing the love that's going into it.
Amen.
No, we need it to be done quickly, or versus, this is so tough. But the way that they feel after I've
After.
treated them, I'm looking at those
Yeah, so
people there. You know what I mean?
so for me, I can do a full body in like 45 minutes, as opposed to when I started, it was like 3 hours.
She's like,
So I have taught my girls everything I know, but obviously it takes them a while to get the speed. So you
Yeah.
can walk out there. I mean, I do a Brazilian in 5 minutes if I need a rush. If a
Sure.
client's coming and she needs to get in there because she's on a lunch break and she needs to get back to work. I mean, the other
I can't, as a
day
guy, I can't imagine. Comes at
you're laughing. The
Done,
other
let's
day,
go.
my
Feeling minty.
the lady that works for me at our shop in Santon, I did a reel with her where I came with my car, my pink car, and I stopped at the door. She came out the salon. I put my legs out the window and she went and I chucked the money at her and I drove off. So
That's very cool.
It is possible. But generally, for me to be really like making sure that she's going to go home and there's no hair and that she's just coming for like an underarm and Hollywood can take me like 20 minutes.
Okay.
So Hollywood at the most, when I'm checking, making sure, it's like 15 minutes, quick, and she's
Okay.
out. So waxing can take a bit longer, but yet again, it's about the esthetician as well, how
Right.
well trained they are.
Yes.
All of that comes into play.
Okay.
And I just wanted to tell you, Peter, back to the reviews. I'm that kind of person. There was a lady that booked, she bought a at-home sugar kit from us in December, but I was really ill in December.
Okay.
And I somehow missed the email.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I got the email, I was having problems with the people that do the stickers. Because I'm the person, I don't want to send it out without the branding.
Yeah.
It's got to look pretty.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So then no sooner I'd fix that,
about the
but this is
experience,
wrong.
right?
Yeah, so eventually I did get everything together and I gave her a refund. And then just 2 weeks ago, I just went and dropped the kit off for her for free because I was like, you know what? You waited and it's not your fault that you waited, and I gave you your refund, but I feel the need to just come to where you are. And she lives in Greenstone. So I just quickly stopped at the complex's gate and she came out and I gave her a box and I said, I don't want any money, but if anything, just do a little testimony for me.
Nice,
and then I left. So
this is not an invitation.
by the way,
But very nice. No, very nice story. That's really cool. Go the extra mile. All those things. I like that.
you got to do that to grow. And again,
exactly. And you know that's the other thing, right? These days, I've got an idea. How much can it just stop? Take the dollar signs off your head.
And also,
and just think about what is the thing that you want, the result, the picture that you're envisioning.
In the end.
And I want to get this picture. And then we'll talk about the money. I need to get this picture. You know what I mean? And that is like the solving problems, innovation, doing new things, your passion, your why. It falls into place. All those things just fall into place.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying to you earlier, Peter. If it was about the money, I would have just become a franchise owner of a place that's already well established. And
exactly.
That's not what I want to do.
Exactly. So is there anything that you have going on at the moment? How many branches do you have?
So we've got 2 in Joburg, so 1 here in Edenvale, and then we've got 1 in Sunning Hill at the Chilli Lane Shopping Centre.
Okay.
And then we've just opened in Gateway in Mhlanga in December. So
awesome. I
3
love that
months
place.
old.
Yeah, very nice.
The only thing that I'm having a problem with is people are so stuck on the franchises that they don't want the little guys in their shops. And the more I'm saying, but we're different. We opening up your beauty industry. We're giving customers more, because there's more options, like you say. But they don't want to know anything like that. So it's
Who are we
difficult
talking
for
about?
us.
Who's this?
So just like the malls and stuff. So for instance,
not allowing. Yeah, they want the bigger.
Yeah, they want the people that are well established. They want the people with the money. They don't want to have to.
Big
have
franchises.
that are working towards something. Using them as a stepping stone. So I always say, one day I'm going to be one of those people, and then I'm going to have people that are a little bit upset that they never allowed me to come when I started, you know.
Listen, you know what? There are people that they take a house and they kit a house up and they thank God later on in their lives that they never went into a mall.
You see?
So you never know, right? But I respect your journey. Really cool. You like hustle and you do all of that stuff. I don't want to use the words lightly and all that. But yeah, very cool. I think we're almost out of time over here, which is pretty sad because I enjoyed this. I can actually go on for very long. But when we do the podcast,
Yes.
that's when we're going to sit and chill and go through some more stories and war stories
yes.
and things like that. But yeah, thank you so much.
It's a very big
you.
pleasure, and I appreciate you calling me in here.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Here we go.